Welcome back to our RCIA video series. Today, we're going to take a closer look at the process itself. We will go into the 5 stages of the RCIA, showing how someone can go from a curious non-Christian, unsure about where her spiritual journey will take her, to a joyful, newly baptized daughter of God, allowing the graces of the initiation process to blossom through mystagogy. When a parish receives its RCIA members, they fall into 2 categories, catechumens and candidates. A catechumen is an unbaptized person above 7 years old, the age of reason, seeking all 3 sacraments of initiation, baptism, confirmation, and Eucharist. And a candidate is someone who is baptized, often from outside the Catholic faith, and who seeks to receive the sacraments of confirmation and Eucharist. Though parishes often have very structured programs for the RCIA process, there is no set timetable, and those who join the process are encouraged to go at their own pace, taking as much time as they need for them to feel at peace with their conversion of faith. The United States bishops suggest the process takes 1 year, but some people feel the need to go through it more slowly, and some may already have a great deal of information and thus need less time. Now let us look at the 4 stages of the RCIA. The first stage is the period of evangelization in the pre-catechumenate, otherwise known as the inquiry. The second stage is the catechumenate. The third stage, the purification and preparation, which culminates in the full initiation through the Easter Vigil. And finally, the 4th stage is mystagogy. Prior to formally beginning the RCIA process, an individual who is considering the RCIA has encountered Christ in some way and is interested in pursuing him through the sacramental and communal life of the Catholic Church. This period is known as the period of evangelization and pre-catechumenate or inquiry. This period has no fixed duration or structure. It is a time for inquiry and introduction to gospel values. At this stage, seekers are known as inquirers. Inquirers seek acceptance into the order of catechumens through the rite of acceptance. During this rite of acceptance, the inquirer stands amidst the parish community and states that she wants to become a baptized member of the Catholic Church. The parish assembly affirms this desire, and the inquirer becomes a catechumen.
Inquirers who have already been validly baptized in a non-Catholic ecclesial community, or baptized Catholic but not catechized as a child, that is, not having received their first Eucharist, are welcomed to this next stage via the rite of welcoming the candidates. Following this rite, they are considered candidates. Their rite of welcoming the candidates often takes place separately from the catechumen's rite of acceptance.
During the second stage, called the catechumenate, an ancient name from the early church, the catechumens go through an intentional process of reflection, prayer, instruction, discernment, and formation. A part of the RCIA process, which is often the most prominent aspect in parishes, is the catechesis, in which the catechumens and candidates learn more about the faith and life of the Catholic Church. However, this should not just be an intellectual endeavor. The RCIA members should be engaging in the Catholic way of life they are learning. They should grow in prayer and spirituality, partake in parish life. They should begin attending Mass each Sunday, participating in parish activities, and cultivating a habit of daily prayer. All of these, as well as growing closer as an RCIA community, aid in the process. When a catechumen and the parish team working with her believes she is ready to make a faith commitment to a relationship with Christ to the Catholic Church, the next step is the request for baptism and the celebration of the rite of election. Typically, the rite of election takes place on the first Sunday of Lent, when the catechumens, their sponsors, and their families gather at the cathedral. The catechumens publicly express their desire for baptism to the diocesan bishop. Their names are recorded in a book, and at that point they are now called the elect. Prior to the rite of election, the catechumen may choose one or two godparents who will accompany the catechumen at the election, at the celebration of the sacraments of initiation, and during the period of mystagogy. They are called to show the catechumens good example of the Christian life, sustain them in moments of hesitancy and anxiety, bear witness, and guide their progress in the baptismal life. Next is the purification and preparation stage. This is when the church will help the elect focus and intensify their faith as they prepare to commit their lives to Christ. They will go through an enriching series of gospel-based meditations during Lent, which is the time frame of the period. Lent is a period of preparation marked by prayer, study, spiritual direction for the elect, and the parish community will hold them up in prayer during this pivotal period in their formation. This stage of intense reflection calls the elect to deeper conversion in preparation for the renewal at Easter. This is what the season of Lent is for, but it has a special intensity for them as they enter the church and receive the sacraments of initiation. The aim of this period is to eliminate what is weak and sinful and affirm what is holy. During this period, the elect undertake a number of rites, including the scrutinies and presentations. The scrutinies are 3 public celebrations during the period of purification in which the elect are invited to progress in their perception of sin and their desire for salvation. The presentations take place after the celebration of the scrutinies, during which the Church lovingly entrusts to the elect the Creed and the Lord's Prayer. The initiation itself is the culmination of the whole process. The elect are received into the Church during the Easter Vigil Mass, where they will receive the sacraments of initiation. The Easter Vigil takes place on the evening of Holy Saturday, as the Church solemnly awaits Easter Sunday. This is the night that shall be as bright as day, as proclaimed by the Exalted, an ancient church hymn, as we joyfully anticipate Christ's resurrection. During the Easter Vigil, the catechumens will celebrate the sacraments of initiation, baptism, confirmation, and the reception of their first Holy Communion. Following this, as a newly initiated Catholic or neophyte, they continue their formation and education in the period of post-baptismal catechesis, which is also called mystagogy. Mystagogy is after reception into the church at Easter. This period lets you reflect and learn more about the mysteries of the sacraments that you now participate in fully. This period continues at least for 1 year. During this period, the newly baptized members reflect on their experience at the Easter Vigil and continue to learn more about the Scriptures, the sacraments, and the teachings of the Catholic Church. This period is designed to help you understand, appreciate, and live more deeply the center of Catholicism. In addition, they reflect on how they will serve Christ and help in the Church's mission and outreach activities. It is a period of ongoing formation.